1, 2, 3, this is MGC with your harsh musical truths of the world. Something I really want to bring into attention is the careers of two different Filipino American women. And these two different Filipino American women are Leah Dizon and Kriesha Chu. Now, both of them have almost somewhat of a mirrored careers of each other. They're both Filipino American women. Leah Dizon's from Las Vegas, Nevada. Kriesha Chu, she's from, I believe, Santa Clara, San Jose, the Bay Area of the United States. There's a big Filipino community over there, as well as Las Vegas. So, for those unfamiliar with Leah Dizon, around the late 90s, early 2000s, she was one of the car models in the import car scene, and it was a big part of Asian American culture, especially like men and women who raced cars knew about the car models. Three of the most successful ones everybody's familiar with is the most well-known car model that everybody hates her now, Tila Tequila. You know, she's become a horrible person over the years, but she's had the most media attention and is one of the first influencers. Probably the third most well-known is Christine Mendoza, and I believe she owns a clothing store in Calabasas as of today. She was in the music video for Bebot of Apple Diap of the Black Eyed Peas. And then Leah Dizon. Now, Leah Dizon, her case in particular, she went from car model to Japanese pop idol. And when she became a Japanese pop idol, it was a big deal because she wasn't Japanese. She's Filipino and part Chinese, a little bit of French and Spanish. And she was one of the biggest outsiders to get popular. Like, there's only so many gaijin that get big in Japan. You could probably count them maybe under 20 or under 30. You know, it's a handful. It's a certain handful of them. And Leah Dizon, like, she's had, you know, a talk with, like, a little talk show with Paul Gilbert and Marty Friedman and Raleigh, all these famous Japanese guitarists. And I think she had a friendship with Utada Hikaru as well. And one of the things that happened is when Leah Dizon, she had a child and she got married. And because of the way, you know, the marketing and the culture of the fans is, they, you know, grew disinterested with her after she had her kid, got pregnant, had her kid, and got married, because they were kind of selling kind of a fantasy of like a romantic fantasy of her. It's a completely different case. Like, Leah Dizon, just for letting you know, she's made her comeback to Japan and she's putting out music, you know, but to keep up with her, you know, it's not as popular as it once was. She should be popular again. I think she deserves to be. Another person in particular, so Kriesha Chu, she's more recent. I believe she was on Superstar K. It was like a Korean American Idol survival singing competition show. Superstar K. Kriesha Chu, I believe she was a finalist on the show. She's had a lot of attention because she's appeared on a lot of different shows. They even made a web drama for her as well. And she even had a singing duo with Minju from Eyes One. So Kriesha Chu, she's Filipino American. She was like, you know, she's released music in Korean as opposed to Leah Dizon, who's released music in Japanese. And both of them, you know, Kriesha Chu isn't Korean. Leah Dizon isn't Japanese. But, you know, Kriesha Chu's been able to make a name for herself in Korea. The thing is, she's kind of fallen out of the media's eye, and there hasn't been a whole lot of updates from her. You know, she's only kind of plateaued at a certain level, and you only see so much content about her. So I think the good thing, though, is that they didn't really sell her the same way Leah Dizon was sold, what with, like, you know, the body and the fantasy and everything else, because K-pop's different. It's not as much, you know, I guess, you know, selling the I guess the romantic fantasy as it is about, like, quality of dancing and quality of music. There's a little bit of that there, but that's not like 90% of it. The fans are pretty rabid sometimes, but, you know, they have to kind of, some of them are a little bit more conscious about reality. one of the things I kind of want to see is Leah Dizon and Kriesha Chu kind of meet and talk with each other, kind of trade advice with each other about like how to navigate like being a Filipino American woman in K-pop or J-pop. And I'd want to see them get famous, like not just in Korea or Japan, but also maybe like Thailand or Taiwan or Singapore. So, you know, and I'll make a video about Singapore pretty soon. Right. Rock on, you guys.